Hello and welcome, my beautiful Sagittarius. Brenda here from Brenda Tarot Card Readings with your general tarot and oracle card forecast for the week of February the 20th to the 26th. 23 year. Okay, let's see what we have here. Starting off in your first row could be the energy coming in behind you, past tense. Or the beginning of the week. You've been given simplicity and you've been given the Queen of Swords. I think you've taken things into account this week where you're going back to basics, where you're finally taking things to task and you realize that you're not going to keep going in the same direction or associating with the same energy or people around you. Perhaps you're leaving a job, perhaps you're leaving a position, perhaps you're leaving a location, or you could be leaving a relationship. But you're washing your hands of things. You're cleaning house. You're sweeping it all, not under the rug, but right out the door, going in a new direction. Some of you may have decided to go solo. You may be opening your own business and leaving a job behind that you had worked for. And you're happy about that. You're not nervous or pensive at this particular time. You're at the helm and you can steer this boat in the direction you want to go. So moving on to new things, letting go of things that no longer serve you, and just basically wiping your hands clean of it. Simplicity says you're trying to take things back to basic. You're getting messages and downloads perhaps in your dreams and in your thoughts of where it is you want to go. There is a prize at the end of this if you continue to keep things simple. Try not to over obsess, over worry, over analyze anything right now or assume that things will be a certain way. Live for the moment. Keep moving forward one step in front of the other. Hold your head up high because you have this ability to move forward now in a positive direction, Sagittarius. This is all about finding clarity and seeing things in a clearer way and only doing what matters now for you, letting everything else go. It's a perfect card to come in with this Queen of Swords. It's simplifying your life and scanning all areas and clearing both internal and external clutter. But in the process, I think you're going to feel more rested and rejuvenated, and you're only going to participate in what is truly important to you at this time and enjoy it. Don't delay. Go after what it is you want to do and do it now. You know, when our life is cluttered with objects, relationships, time constraints, and emotions, there's no room for spirit. There's too much static and too much stuff to connect to our soul. The smallest amount of clutter clearing can make the biggest difference in your life this week. So think about that, my beautiful, beautiful Sagittarius. Okay, Knight of Pentacles coming in next, and it's coming in with coming to life. So you are doing definite plans here. You're stepping up and you've made decisions now and choices that you're going to take your time with. You've come to the conclusion that you're not going to be jumping into something too quickly. You're planning things. And this is what's so important right now as you move forward towards your goals. You know, this particular knight moves slow. He is not in a huge, huge hurry. He takes his time and he plans his move. And this is why he succeeds. Okay. This is all about you collecting information now and doing your research and planning things, writing things down, journaling things, putting yourself in that new direction. And, you know, by making things simple, by planning these things, this is why you're going to get to your goal and you're going to succeed. You know, you're coming to life too here with the coming to life cards. You know, this is about you realizing the things that you want to do that matter to you. And come hell or high water, even if you've got to make these choices and decision to go out on your own, you're going to do it solo. This has been a long held dream and it's going to show signs of life now. All you have to do is show up for it. And I think you're going to see changes coming in here. I think you're moving forward in a progressive, beautiful new direction. Now, these are the troubles that you might have dealt with, the crossing over energy here with the Three of Swords. You could have felt some great disappointment in the past. It's caused you to make this break free and this breakaway to go on your own and going solo. So it could have been the end of a friendship, a relationship, you know, a job that you've left, anything like that. And at the time, it brought you great disappointment, but now you're moving forward. You're succeeding at it. And it comes in on top of the Hierophant, which means you've decided now to do things your way. You're not. You may actually be shaking up the status quo now and not doing things in such a regimental manner. This is your journey now, and you have all the resources now to move forward and to make your own free will to make those changes. So the Hierophant I often call the blessing and the message from God or the divine. You could be tapping into more spiritual work. You could be doing more meditative work. You could be, they're telling me you could be making out journaling and doing affirmations during your meditations, and a vision board, they tell me. So some of you may be doing that and thinking about doing that. I had a vision board for years and I decided to, change it. And I haven't got around to changing it because I pretty much met those goals that I had on that vision board. So please continue to move forward at this pace and know that you're being divinely counseled and guided. You could be joining groups right now. Maybe you're joining some healing groups. Maybe you're taking some counsel here, some therapy here to help you get through these disappointments as you're going and transitioning into a new beginning. You're going to find you'll get that support. It's great to have people in our end of the ring that we can collaborate with, that we can share the same things with to help build us our strength as we move forward. Interesting. Now, you also got the leg card with this, and you're stepping into new experiences, and they can feel daunting, but I want you to know that I do believe you're going to get either spiritual and divine support, or you will have groups of people that you're going to have in your circle to help you. Going in a new direction can be daunting, especially if you're dealing with a divorce of a job or a person in your life, or walking away from something like that. It often brings us grief and we have to heal through that, and it takes time. Stepping into this new experience, I do think, is going to make you feel a little bit daunting, but I think planning it, keeping things simple, you'll realize that it was all meant for the best. Coming in next, you have the Emperor and you have the Garden. I didn't remember. I look at the picture and I see this dome here. It is the Garden card in this deck. So the Emperor is you actually being logical, organized, as I had said you were doing with the Knight of Pentacles, and you've made those decisions to go forward perhaps in a new direction, leaving things behind that were not helping or supporting you to be successful and happy and at peace. So now you're going to step up and do those things. You have the ability also to tap into teachers or other people. You could be tapping into someone who could be a father figure or someone you look up to who has wisdom and they care for you and they can give you guidance. But also you have that ability yourself. If you've been asked to step up and share your experiences to help other people, to counsel, you may be doing that. You could be becoming a counselor. You could be becoming a life coach, some of you. You're going to be maybe going to conventions, you may be going to parties, and you may be getting together and collaborating with others where you're going to be able to market yourself or learn things from other people. You could also be doing something out of doors where it's a garden party where you're going to find contacts and people that are going to help you move forward as well. So definitely the card of communicating with other people, collaborating with other people to get ahead and to pool your resources together to build this strength together. Okay, coming in your last row, which could be the energy coming in towards you or future energy. You've made decisions here. First of all, with the Devil card, and you've got the Despair card here. We talked about the broken heart. We talked about the disappointments. We talked about the Queen of Swords moving forward in a new direction and planning that. I think you've learned now that any past toxic energy that was surrounding you, holding you back, chaining you down, whatever it was, whether it was brought on and enabled by you, because this is the card of addictions, addictive behavior, overworking, over-obsessing, over-worrying, perhaps in a toxic relationship, whatever the case is, giving it up, moving forward, making the decisions to get over this, because whatever this was with the Devil card, it brought you great despair. Okay. It could have been a situation where you felt left out in the dark and all on your own. This brought you great concern. It's brooding and worrying and frustration and headaches and all of those energies around you when we get this Despair card. But, it's now about to change because I see that you might be feeling the lack of a job as well. So for some of you, if it was losing your job, but you made a decision to do this, you may be feeling, oh, what did I do? I think you're going to be fine. You're planning things. You're taking things. You had to make a big decision for some of you to do this in the first place. I don't think this is a situation where, You could have been let go. Some of you, maybe the job became redundant. Maybe it was a layoff. For others, you may have made the decision that you were in a toxic environment. And as difficult as it is to leave a job, it's going to be better for you that you do. You will get over this despair because you're healing through it now. You're making the plans to go ahead. You've decided to get rid of what wasn't helping you and keeping things open. You're stepping into a new beginning, but you have the power here to go after it with the Emperor. Step up. And I think you're going to be put in the path of other people who will support you, who will reward you and appreciate you and respect you. Well, my beautiful Sagittarius, this is your reading for this week. And I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic week to look forward to. Always know I send you lots of love and many blessings. And I'll see you soon.